Hey everybody, today we are in the M4 Sherman. This was part of my ill-fated attempt to get the destroy 2 enemy tank destroyers mission done for medium tanks. MT-15, the final medium tank mission. I figured there's lots of tank destroyers at low tiers. None of them have very much health, and the Sherman's 105mm gun can one-shot basically any tier 5 TD, let alone tier 4s. Sound theory, but in practice, not so good. Because every goddamn time I ended up in a game with TDs, either there weren't enough of them, or my teammates killed them first, or my personal favourite, I killed one, had the second one down to 5 hit points or less, and then it managed to snapshot me. Either way, I did get some decent matches in, and this was one of them. Try and get this to run a little smoother. Sherman isn't really a tank I play a whole lot. During the height of the heat-slinging dirt gun craze, I was mostly driving the Panzer 4, or Panzer 4, depending how spurgy you want to get about the name of it. Because I just preferred it. The Sherman has a bit more gun depression, but the Panzer 4 is a bit more agile. First shot is a complete on-the-move snapshot of the Crusader, misses completely while he gets one into me, but I've got the E25 in support, so I just wait up a moment, and then figure I'll roll out and lap the Crusader in the face. Sound theory, unfortunately in practice, there's a KV-1S around the corner covering him, and I threw away nearly all of my hit points just to shoot the Crusader once. Big mistake, and now there's an angry KV-1S coming and he's still got full health. Artie nukes the guy behind me, the Jagdpanzer 4. Jagdpanzer 4, I don't know, I tend not to do the whole say the entire name in German thing, just so people don't get confused. Anyway, holy fuck. That was just a complete Hail Mary shot. I did not expect that to pan. I thought his tracks would eat it, usually they do. KVs, even KV-1S, don't typically go down to Sherman heat rounds to the side, especially after the heat nerf. The tracks eat it, and that just went straight to his ammo rack. It scared the shit out of me. I really didn't expect it to happen. But I'm certainly not going to complain about a 660 damage shot in a fucking Sherman.
Permission to engage. Let's find another target.
I'm able to scoot past the second KV, or KV-1, before he's able to get a shot off at me, but he does take out the T-50. The E-25 still has most of his health, and he can fairly comfortably deal with a KV, so long as he doesn't get dunked on by Artie. There's also a Sherman now in support. I decide to close the distance, since at this range my gun may well hit, but I'm not going to get some very good shots. The Sherman suicides, and I decide to get down here and pull alongside the KV-1, hugging the rock face, so that he won't see me until I'm within proxy spotting distance. Or until I roll around the corner, depending how close he is to it. I take a look behind me to see what the E-25's doing. He pushes in, and so I follow. I wait for the KV to turn its turret. Maybe a bit too much of a snapshot there, that could have easily missed, but it does go through, and the E-25 finishes him off. Unfortunately, there's now an angry T-29 coming. Pretty much no chance of that penning. And the E-25 goes down, so I'm not going to hang around and fight a T-29 on top of a hill. It's stupid. There's only one way that will end. Instead, I run for dear life down the hill, and this replay just does not want to run smoothly. And hope hopefully I can either pull up behind him and put a shot into his engine, or I can just get away from him. In this case, getting away from him was the preferable option because I didn't want to risk bouncing or missing. And so I just abandon this flank entirely and start moving towards the enemy cap. This match could still go either way, but it looks like we have the upper hand for now. I know there's an SU-100 down here somewhere, so I was looking to try and get a hit on him while he was occupied with the swarm of tanks coming down from his cap. I did look for a brief shot at the Arty, but there wasn't a chance. I think that building is indestructible. It might be destructible, but I didn't want to waste ammo shooting at it anyway, so I just waited for the SU-100 to pull out, which he did. How predictable.
Gotcha.
Not much damage in that, but it was a kill. It was an important kill. SU-100s can do quite a lot of damage at this tier. And so I decide, after a brief hesitation, to turn and drive around through the cap and back towards the southwest, which will give me a chance either to find the S-51 or to hook around the back of the T-29 if he's still heading towards our base, which in all probability somebody as bad as him is. I actually see I can get a shot at the Lorraine here. I wait for the aim to settle a little and our Panther drives right into it. I should have known he was going to do that. It was my bad for still firing, but honestly, I'm not too upset about hitting that puppy, particularly since he'd been shitting up chat all game with some kind of insane puppy bullshit. T-29 has actually come back, but he's now got to face 2 tier 7s instead of a Sherman and an E-75, and of course it's not going to do him any favours. I load HE, hoping to maybe splash him through his gun mantlet or something, but it just doesn't happen. The Jagdpanther gets the shot in before I do. On that note, the T-34-85 finds the S-51 and kills him, and so with just shy of 1500 damage, the match is done. But I really didn't expect that ammo rack to hit on the KV-1S. Like I said, I thought his tracks were going to eat it. I was conscious of the fact I was aiming low. As he rolled around that corner, it all happened very quickly, as you saw in the replay, but because adrenaline is a wonderful thing, it felt so much slower than it actually was. So I could actually tell I was aiming too low. I could see my cursor dipping. I was like, fuck, this is going to get eaten by tracks or bounce or something. Nope, ammo rack. So never give up. Sometimes you just are forced to take a less than perfect shot, but sometimes it does actually pay off. And for all the nerfs, the Sherman with the 105 is still a pretty strong contender, even in higher tier matches. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I wish you the best of luck in the field, and I'll catch you on the next one, where we take the wonderful T-67 out for a spin.